One more day, one more chance. Start again. One more day,
One more chance.
start again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Friend of mine just signed the papers, putting his old house up for sale now. Said he sat there in the driveway for an hour after packing. Yeah, ran his hand on the steering wheel and laughed at how ridiculous a mailbox in the front porch somehow turned into a chapter ending. Yeah, yeah. Girl beside him finally cut her hair. She worn the same for 15 years. Said she needed something different, needed proof that she was changing. Funny how we chase these giant moments, thinking that's what growth would look like. Then it shows up wearing little things that only matter to ourselves. I looked around and started noticing how everybody here tonight seems to be standing in the doorway, somewhere between old and new.
I think I'm ready for the next part. Ready for the next part.
Ready for the next part. Ready for the next part. Guy calls for me, keeps carrying acceptance letters in his backpack. Read them all 100 times and still can't choose a single campus. Says he's scared he'll pick the wrong one and regret it for a lifetime. Then laughs because he's been afraid of choosing things since middle school. I know that feeling.
Standing at a crossroads, waiting for a sign.
Like somehow certainty's supposed to arrive before you take a step. But maybe courage isn't knowing. Maybe courage is just moving while your hands are still shaking.
I spent too much time scared to change. Too much time scared to change. I don't wanna miss my life.
Trying to protect it. Yeah. Waitress says she finally painted over marks beside the kitchen doorway. Yeah. Little lines that track the children, growing taller through the summers. Said she cried before she did it, then stood smiling at the fresh paint. Because loving something doesn't mean you have to keep it frozen. Whole table goes quiet, that's the kind of sentence that sneaks into your chest. Friend who's selling his old house starts staring through the window. Then he smiles, says, I guess I'm ready too. Take a breath, take a leap.
Maybe what you need is underneath.
One more step, one more stop.
Don't be scared to outgrow who you are.
Yeah. Rain starts falling. Nobody notices. Everybody's somewhere else for a minute. I think growing up is mostly saying goodbye to old versions of yourself. The house you loved, the dream that changed, the fear that kept you standing still. The person who thought every choice had to be perfect. Friend with the acceptance letters finally folds one into his pocket. Friend selling the house, orders dessert for the table. Waitress smiles and turns the sign to closed. Yeah. And somehow the whole room feels like it's quietly moving forward.
I think I'm ready for the next part. Ready for the next part.
I spent too much time
Scared to change. Too much time scared to change.
Take a breath, take a leap.
Don't be scared to outgrow who you are.
Ready for the next part. Next part. Take a breath, take a leap. Ready for the next part. Ready for the next part. mind. Just called his mother after putting it off for months now. Sat there staring at his screen for 20 minutes before pressing it. So they talked about the weather and the neighbor's new golden retriever. Nothing deep, but somehow hanging up felt heavier than he expected. Yeah, girl beside him finally framed the pain and she been hiding in a closet. Said she got tired of making things and never letting people see them. One still leaning slightly crooked in her living room beside the window. She says every time she fixes it, it somehow tilts itself again. I looked around and started laughing at the strange things people carry. A phone call, a picture frame, a sentence we've been meaning to say.
Baby, we'll be
Guy across from me still keeps his father's old work jacket in the hallway. Hasn't worn it once, just likes to see it hanging by the doorway. Says some days it feels like company, and some days it feels like heartbreak. Funny how the same thing can become two different things depending on the weather. Then he smiled and said,
I think he'd laugh at me right now.
Nobody asked why. Because sometimes you know exactly
What somebody means.
outside a train goes rolling by and rattles all the silverware. Inside
Somebody starts humming.
with the song above the speakers, whole table joins in.
I spent too much time holding on.
Too much time.
Holding on. Maybe it's okay to let some things grow into memory.
Waitress says she finally planted flowers in an empty garden bed. Says she avoided looking at it since her husband passed away years back. Then she laughed and said the tomatoes are already growing crooked, but at least something's growing there again.
Nobody says a word. Friend with the old jacket wipes his eyes and blames it on being tired. Nobody calls him out.
Some nights are general like that.
They let people feel things without making them explain. I'm not carrying this alone. Not carrying this alone.
Coffee's cold, chairs are stacked. Nobody reaches for the door. I think healing looks different than I imagined when I was younger. I thought it meant forgetting, moving on, closing chapters. Maybe it really means learning how to carry things differently. A crooked picture frame, an old jacket, a garden growing again, a phone call that should have happened months ago. Little things, ordinary things, the kinds of things that quietly put people back together. Friend beside me finally smiles and says,
Today was a good day.
nobody adds to it.
Because sometimes a sentence that's simple is enough. Maybe we'll be alright. Maybe we'll be alright. I spent too much time holding on. Too much time holding on. I'm not carrying this alone. Not carrying this alone. Maybe we'll be alright.
We'll be alright, right.
Not carrying this alone. Maybe we'll be alright. Maybe we'll be alright. Maybe we'll be alright. Take your time. Take your time.
Take your time. Yeah. Take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah. Buddy of mine just started therapy and didn't tell us soul for months now. Said he used to think asking for help was something weak people did. Then he laughed and said he spent 10 years carrying things alone first. Funny how pride can make a person drag around unnecessary weight. Girl beside him bought herself flowers on a random Tuesday evening. Said she got tired of waiting for her life to start somewhere else. Tired of thinking happiness would show up wearing someone else's face. Now she's learning how to celebrate the small things she keeps surviving. I looked around and saw a table full of people slowly healing. Not perfectly, not quickly, just little pieces at a time.
I've been way too hard on myself.
Way too hard on myself.
Way too hard on myself.
Friend across from me still keeps a voicemail from his grandmother. Plays it every now and then just to hear her laugh again. Says he finally listened without crying for the very first time last week. Then felt guilty because somehow that felt like letting go a little. Nobody rushed to fill the silence. Nobody tried fixing it. Some things don't need solutions. They just need somewhere safe to land. Outside the rain starts tapping softly on the restaurant windows. Inside somebody starts humming with the song that's playing overhead. Whole room feels slower somehow, like nobody's trying to outrun anything tonight.
Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
Waitress says she finally took the pictures off a refrigerator. Pictures of an old relationship that ended years and years ago. Said she wasn't sad anymore, just finally ran out of reasons. Then smiled like she surprised herself by saying it out loud. Friend in therapy raises his glass and says, here's to getting lighter. Everybody lifts their drinks, no speeches, no big moment. Just people quietly agreeing they deserve a little peace.
I think I'm finally breathing again.
I think I'm finally breathing again.
I think I'm finally breathing again.
The music changes, nobody notices. Everybody somewhere deep in thought. Yeah, I think healing is mostly ordinary things happening very slowly. A voicemail you can finally hear, a picture you can finally move, a memory that doesn't hurt quite the same anymore. The flowers you buy yourself, the call you finally make, that help you finally ask for. None of it looks dramatic, but sometimes the smallest changes are the ones that save you. Friend beside me smiles and says, I think I'm gonna be okay. For some reason, that feels like the best thing I've heard. Oh, wait, I've been way too hard on myself. Way too hard on myself.
Maybe I'm doing better. Maybe I'm doing better. Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
I think I'm finally breathing again.
I think I'm finally breathing again. Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
Doing better than I think.
Maybe I'm doing better than I think. I think I'm finally breathing again. Finally breathing again. Maybe I'm doing better than I think.
Doing better than I think.
Doing better than I think.
I think I'm finally breathing again.
Doing better than I think.
Doing better.
Doing better than I think. Maybe this is enough. This is enough.
Maybe this is enough.
Maybe this is enough.
Yeah, friend of mine just got promoted and he thought he'd feel much different. Bought a nicer watch last month and still gets anxious every Sunday. Said he spent so many years chasing titles and bigger paychecks. Now he's wondering why success still feels like trying to catch the horizon. Girl beside him finally paid off all his student loans this springtime. Thought she'd wake up feeling lighter, thought confetti might fall somewhere. Instead she bought herself a coffee and went straight back to her apartment, then sat laughing on the couch because she didn't know what came next. I looked around and saw a table full of people reaching milestones and quietly discovering they're still the same people afterward. Maybe this isn't
Maybe this isn't
Yeah. Guy across from me keeps saving for a house he'll probably buy next summer. Got the rates and neighborhoods all written down inside his notebook. Says he can't wait till he's settled, till his real life finally starts there. Then the waitress smiled and said,
Baby, this is your real life.
whole table started laughing and stopped, cause that's the kind of sentence that changes the temperature in a room. I started thinking about all the things I've been postponing. Joy for the trip, the weekend, the call, the ordinary Tuesday I keep promising myself I'll enjoy later.
Keep waiting for someday. Waiting for someday.
Maybe someday sitting here and I'm looking right through it. Friend with the promotion says he misses when we all had less money, misses cheap apartments and late night drives with nowhere we were going. Girl who paid her loans off says she kinda understands exactly, because back then every little thing still felt like a celebration. Funny how the things we want eventually become the things we have, and then we start wanting something else.
Maybe that's just being human,
Maybe gratitude is something you practice
instead of something that suddenly arrives.
Don't miss the life you're living. Don't miss the life you're living. Don't miss the life you're living. Coffee's cold, rain stopped hours ago. Nobody's reached for the check. I think we're all carrying around some future version of happiness. The bigger house, the better job, the next relationship, the next chapter, the next thing. Meanwhile, this little booth is full of people who survived things they once thought would break them. People who made it through, people who are still here. Friend with the nice watch takes it off and sets it on the table, smiles and says, I think tonight was the thing I was waiting for. Nobody laughs,
Nobody looks away,
cause every person sitting there
knows exactly what he means.
maybe this is enough. Maybe
This is enough. I keep waiting for someday. Waiting for someday.
don't miss the life you're living. Don't miss the life you're living. Don't miss the life you're living.
Baby, this is enough. This is enough.
Don't miss the life you're living. Maybe this is enough.
Maybe this is enough. Maybe this is enough. Maybe this is enough. We're still becoming. Still becoming.
We're still becoming. We're still becoming. Friend of mine just sold the old guitar he swore he never part with. Set a sack there in the corner collecting dust for nearly 10 years. Bought it back when he was 18, shorty play on bigger stages. Now he says he's finally learning dreams can change without you failing. Girl beside him keeps a box of race medals in the closet. Used to run before the sunrise every single day for years straight. Says she misses who she was back then, the discipline, the focus. Then admits she also loved the slower life she's living now. I looked around and started thinking maybe growing older isn't losing. Maybe it's just trading one version of yourself for another one you haven't met yet.
We're still becoming who we are. We're still becoming who we are.
Guy across from me just found out he's gonna be a father spent the whole night smiling and completely terrified at once. Said he thought he'd film already, thought some switch would flip inside him to laugh, because apparently nobody gets an instruction manual. He asked,
When do you start feeling like an adult?
whole table burst out laughing, because everybody there was old enough to know the answer. You don't. You just keep showing up and hoping you get better at it. Funny thing is, it somehow seems to work.
I got too much life left to fear.
Too much life left to fear.
I don't need all the answers now.
I just need to be here. Waitress walks by and says her youngest finally moved away last month. Says the house got way too quiet and she hated it at first. Now that she smiled and said she painted the spare bedroom bright yellow. Started taking cooking classes and joined the walking group on Sundays. Every ending makes some room. She said it like it wasn't wisdom, like it was something she learned the hard way. Friend who's gonna be a father writes it down on a napkin, puts it in his wallet. Nobody makes fun of him. One more page, one more turn. Life keeps giving us things to learn. Hold on tight, take your time. Maybe we're doing just fine. Maybe we're doing just fine. Cough is cold, rain is stop. Nobody's reached for the check. That's a secret nobody tells you when they're young, but nobody becomes the finished version of themselves. Not at 30, not at 50, not ever. We're all just collecting stories and scars and second chances. Friend with the empty guitar, corner family coming to dad, which is painted bedrooms yellow. Everybody here is changing into somebody new, or maybe that's not something to be afraid of. Maybe that's the whole point. Term, like it's giving us things to learn. Hold on tight, take your time. Maybe we're doing just fine. We're still becoming. We're still becoming. Maybe we're doing just fine.
Doing just fine. We're still becoming.